Imagine a community where mountain views meet lakefront serenity and where each day offers luxury, adventure, and a strong sense of community. Well, in this video, we are going to talk about the Cliffs, which we've mentioned in previous videos. But in this video, we are going to do a deep dive just for you and discuss this exclusive club of 7 communities that span the South Carolina and North Carolina mountains. As always, my friends, my name is Sawyer, your friend in real estate here in the upstate of South Carolina, and it's our goal with this channel that we are your #1 resource for all the things that you need to know about the upstate of South Carolina. We aim to provide you with the most reliable, the most relevant, and the most practical information about the upstate. And if you like this information, do me a favor, email me at my email below. I would love to chat with you about what your upcoming relocation could look like. So first things first, let's give a quick overview of the Cliffs. The Cliffs started in 1991 when developer Jim Anthony pioneered this community with the Cliffs at Glassy, which is at Glassy Mountain in Landrum. The Cliffs quickly expanded into what they have today, which is 7 communities, 6 which are located in South Carolina and 1 in North Carolina. The Cliffs are divided into what they call the mountain region and the lake region. They have 3 properties on Lake Kiwi and 3 properties in the mountains of South Carolina and 1 property in the mountains of North Carolina. The developments collectively span over 20,000 acres of land here in the upstate, and they are protected by over 1 million acres of parks and national forests. Each respective community features a plethora of amenities, state-of-the-art clubhouses, fantastic real estate, and its own respective golf course designed by golf greats Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, Tom Fazio, and more. So next, let's talk about where these clubs are. So as previously mentioned, the first Cliffs community, which is the Cliffs at Glassy, sits atop Glassy Mountain in Landrum, South Carolina, followed by the Cliffs Valley and the Cliffs at Mountain Park, which are both in Travelers Rest and Marietta, which is about 20 to 30 minutes north of Greenville, South Carolina. So next, let's talk about where each club is. So the flagship property, the Cliffs at Glassy, is located in Landrum, South Carolina on Glassy Mountain, followed by other mountain properties, which include the Cliffs Valley and the Cliffs at Mountain Park. Both Mountain Park and Valley are in Travelers Rest, which is about 30 to 40 minutes north of downtown Greenville, South Carolina. Then at Lake Kiwi, we have Kiwi Falls, which is in the northwest corner of the upper arm of Lake Kiwi, and it is most known for exactly that, Kiwi Falls, which a lot of people will visit by boat when they are out on the lake during the summer. Kiwi Falls also features a Jack Nicklaus golf course and an amazing clubhouse. And then we have the Cliffs at Kiwi Vineyards, which sits at the very top of Lake Kiwi, and it is protected by little boat traffic, and there's an equestrian center there as well as a vineyard, hence the name. And then lastly, there's Kiwi Springs, which is about halfway up the northern arm on Lake Kiwi, and it is the newer community on Lake Kiwi for the Cliffs. And finally, we have the Cliffs at Walnut Cove in Asheville. And next up, let's talk about membership at the Cliffs. What's unique about the membership at the Cliffs is owning property and becoming a member of the Cliffs in one community actually grants you access to all 7 communities and all of the amenities in each respective community. So if you'd like to live in the mountains, but you want to go to Lake Kiwi for the day, you can actually have your boat stored in one of the lake communities, have it ready for you at the dock when you get to the lake, and have it put up for you when you go home. If you'd rather live at the lake and you want to go hiking for a day, you can leave that community and join the hiking club within the Cliffs and go for a group hike one day. And also, if you live an active lifestyle and for instance, you're an avid cyclist, you can join the Cliffs Riding Club, and that is actually led by a Tour de France winner, George Hincapie, who is a member in the Cliffs. So the Cliffs offers a couple different tiers of membership. There's a full membership and there's also an active membership. The full membership grants you access to golf, and there is a higher initiation fee, versus the active membership, which grants you access to all of the amenities in the clubs and all of the social activities, but gives you limited access to golf. If you would like more information about membership at the Cliffs, do me a favor, send me an email at my email below. I'd be happy to provide you more information about membership at the Cliffs. So next up, let's talk about amenities within the Cliffs communities. And I'll get to golf, but first I want to mention all of the other amenities in all of the other respective clubs. For instance, the Beach Club at Kiwi Springs, which recently opened, features a pool, features a kayak launch, features a bar and water slides for the kids to play on. There's also a community boat ramp right there where you can drive your boat off of the lake and grab a bite to eat if it's midday or if you just want to hang out by the pool for the rest of the day. Like I previously mentioned, there's an equestrian center at the Kiwi Vineyards site. There's also multiple state-of-the-art clubhouses in each of the communities with state-of-the-art fitness facilities, and they do offer private fitness classes and private fitness instruction if that's something that you're interested in. And then you have spas, racket clubs, clubhouses with a number of decadent dining options. You also have miles and miles and miles of walking trails and mountain biking trails within the communities too. And the Cliffs is probably most well known for its opportunity for golf. Like I've mentioned, one membership grants you access to 7 different golf courses, whether it be at Cliffs at Glassy that sits atop Glassy Mountain, or if it's on the shores of Lake Kiwi at Kiwi Falls or Kiwi Vineyards or Kiwi Springs. All of these golf courses have been designed by golf greats like Jack Nicklaus and Tom Fazio and Gary Player. One of my favorite courses in the entire Upstate is the Cliffs at Mountain Park, which is like a mountain course on the front 9 and then it's a links course on the back 9. I'm a member at a local country club here, and the only downside to my membership is that it only offers me access to one golf club, whereas if you're a member at the Cliffs, you have access to all 7. And there's also several golf events throughout the year, like multiple club championships, multiple members, multiple member guests, and throughout the summer they'll have their monthly 9 and Dine events as well. And before we get to real estate, let's talk about things to do if you're a member in the Cliffs. Whether you're old or young, grandpa, grandson, you will never have a boring day if you live in the Cliffs. So there are multiple exclusive wine tastings throughout the year. There are multiple dinners at various clubs throughout the year. There are several charity events throughout the year. If you want to go hiking with the hiking club, you can go up to the mountains and do that. There's also what members call Cliff Stock, which is a large concert that the Cliffs hosts every year at Mountain Park, which is their own rendition of Woodstock. There's also Corks and Courts, which they have at Cliffs Valley, and they have a big reggae festival at Kiwi Springs. And you know what the nice thing is if you don't want to be social, perhaps if this is your second home, or if you want to move here and actually live in the Cliffs, you don't have to do any of this stuff. Most of the properties in the Cliffs are going to be over half an acre, so you will have privacy from your neighbors. They are guarded by large oak trees and large pine trees. So if you want to come and get away from the hustle and bustle of the world, you can come to the Cliffs and do just that. So finally, let's talk about real estate in the Cliffs. And for the purposes of this video, the data I'm about to present is going to only be looking back 12 months. And I'm going to break it up by mountain region and lake region. If you want a more detailed analysis on Cliffs real estate, do me a favor, shoot me an email. I would love to chat with you about real estate here in the Cliffs. So first, let's talk about real estate in the mountain region. And over the last 12 months, 91 properties have come to the market in these Cliffs communities, and an average sales price of $1.4 million with an average home size of around 4,000 square feet. The average days on market for property that has come to market in the Cliffs in the mountain region is 82 days, with the smallest days on market being 2 and the most days on market at 248. The least expensive home that was brought to market in the Cliffs in the mountain region was $530,000. The most expensive home to sell was $3.5 million. And these home sizes range from 2,300 square feet to a sprawling 8,000 square feet. And now real estate in the lake region over the last 12 months. So over the last 12 months, 49 properties have come to market around Lake Kiwi and the Cliffs. 31 of those properties have sold for an average of $2.8 million. The average days on market is right around 100 days on market. The least amount of days on market that we saw for a home sale in the lake region was 0. The most we saw was 322, which in my opinion was an anomaly. And over the last 12 months in the Cliffs and the Lake region, the least expensive home to sell was $998,000. The most expensive was $10 million. And these home sizes range from a modest 2,700 square feet to a sprawling 9,600 square feet. And finally, my question to you would be, is the Cliffs a place that sounds like home? If so, I would love to give you more information about the Cliffs, so please shoot me a text or shoot me an email at my email below. I would love to chat with you about what your relocation to the Cliffs could look like, or your purchase of a second home in the Cliffs could look like in the coming months. As always, my name is Will Sawyer, your friend in real estate, and until next time, stay safe. Well, this video is going to be a about Greenville County, the upstate of South Carolina. Great thing to do and easily in the evening. I'm a local real estate expert here in the area. All time, we're right behind me is a really cool place called Freight Yard.